Hi everyone, good morning. It's Margaret Manning here. Welcome to Mornings with 60 and Me. Today is Friday, it's December the 2nd. So I hope you're doing great this morning. Hope that December is going well for you so far. Hope you've got something really nice planned for the weekend. This is a great time of the year for activities in our cities and towns around the holidays. So I hope that you get out there and do something that makes you happy and brings joy to your life. I am drinking my cup of tea this morning. I've got Earl Grey, which is one of my favorites, and I hope you've got yours with you. I've been thinking, maybe it's just the season and it's just the time of the year, but I get these thoughts sometimes that I'd like to share with you and hopefully give us an opportunity to have a conversation. And by the way, as I'm talking today, always feel free to leave your comments. And as we get going, please respond to other people, share and like their thoughts and comments. It's a way for us to take this time every day to just get to know each other and build a strong community of friends. That's my goal with Mornings with 60 and Me. And if you would like to get the stories first, go up to 60andme.com/mornings and tell a friend, ask them to join us every day. And if you enjoy it, perhaps they will too. So I've been thinking recently about a topic that I'd like to share with you and get your feedback on. And that is a very simple question, and that is, why do we get old? Why do we age? Once we've reached and passed our productive years, in terms of women having children, for example, or being productive physically, what's the point? I think about this a lot, actually, and I think about the stages of our life and reflect on how my life has unfolded, and perhaps you do the same. Think about how childhood was the time when I started learning and growing and asking questions and developing. That was my time for educating myself and becoming informed. And then as I went through my teenage years, my adolescence and teenage years, and then early 20s, 30s. It was a time when I started gaining life experience. I started meeting people, building relationships, starting my career, and those times in my life had a point. I could see what was expected of me, and perhaps at that time, we get a little bit influenced by people and start to take advice from others and shape our lives. And then, of course, many women feel this is a time in their life to have children and start families. So in our 20s, 30s, and later, we make that our commitment. And this kind of tangle of relationships and experience and work and performance all starts to shape us. So, we have busy times in our 40s and our 50s, things start to change. We start to go through relationship shifting. Sometimes we find ourselves alone. We get divorced or we lose our partner. And these are, the times in the 50s where your friends are leaving town, your children are going to college and building their own lives. So anyway, these points of decades passing all have a significance. And then you get to 60 and you think, well, what next? What's the next thing? I've done all these wonderful things in my life. I've had maybe bumps on the way, but what have I got left? What's the next step? And in some ways, you feel every day when you wake up that you've been given a gift. That this is a gift of a day that maybe 30 years ago women and men didn't have. So it's even more urgency that you figure it out, as to what's important. So I was reading a book recently by a man called James Hillman, and I've written an article about this in 60 and Me, which you can take a look at, because I think he captured the essence of aging in his book called The Force of Character and the Lasting Life. This is a book he wrote. He was in his 80s when he wrote it, and it was really to answer this question, what's the point of aging? And he says that, in his opinion, the real reason for aging is to build character. That, in his opinion, this wisdom that we've gained over the years in our bodies and our minds it's time to kind of consolidate all of that and to shape a wiser perspective on life, and to build character, a character that we take to the end of our life. And I think that's really interesting, and that he says very clearly, and I quote here, that character needs age to reveal its wisdom. So maybe that's it. That's part of it anyway. We certainly can become more as productive. We can continue working. We can still express our style and our individuality. I mean, there's so many cool women doing wonderful things with fashion, just doing it, like living their lives, shaping their personalities. And yeah, they're a little quirky. Maybe they're out there a bit for many of us, but they're doing it. So there's still time to express yourself. It's not like you have to suddenly get all heavy and thoughtful and build character, but it's about, using that wisdom to shape who you really, truly are. Many times I read comments, and feel free to join in here, saying that I'll wear what I like, I'll do what I like. It's my time, and I respect that. I think that's really, really true. That getting old, one of the points is to just express yourself, and in doing that, you can be a mentor to other people, to younger people, to your grandchildren or friends' children, young people that you might work with or volunteer with. And also, especially as women, we can be helpful to younger women. I know that a lot of women I've spoken to in their 20s and 30s on my travels have said how much they appreciate seeing older women doing their thing, traveling, exploring, writing books, starting businesses, or just being themselves. It's very, very powerful. It's a gift. And Hillman also talks about something that I wanted to mention, which may trouble you, which is our physical changes. We go through in our 60s periods of time perhaps where we can't sleep. We wake up in the middle of the night and you're thinking things. You've had strange dreams, or you're just trying to figure out something that's occurred in your daytime life. And he says that this is the time to wake up, to not try to hide it or go back to sleep, or to try to to not be afraid of these thoughts that you're having, but just to realize that a dream sometimes bring you the dark side. They sometimes bring the side of you that needs to be looked at. It needs to be absorbed. Maybe you're having a dream because it's related to something that you feel guilty about, or that you feel sad about, a loss. These things happen, and you have a choice as to how you can respond to these things that happen in your 60s. But anyway, James Hillman thinks, get up, sit down and listen. What is that dream telling you? Take the good and the bad, because that is, in his opinion, what shapes this character, this person that you become in your 60s. So his advice, my advice actually, is to go ahead, be your wonderful, quirky, eccentric, fabulous, magnificent self. Just be what those dreams and those memories, those themes that happened in your life. Let them be who you are. Embrace it, and as I said, be an inspiration to others. Challenge aging stereotypes everywhere you go. This is the time when you can change the way people think about older women, and I think we have a great opportunity to do that. We can be productive. We can enrich the world with our wisdom. So that's, and to be honest with you, I'm super excited, every day to be able to share this with you. I think that, the 60andMe community is all over the world. We've got people, 150 countries. We reach about 450,000 boomer women. And it's just a place where we can validate that process of aging and that process of developing the character that is us. So I hope you agree with that. And if you don't, please leave your thoughts. I really would like to know what you think about, what you think is the point of getting older. What's the point of aging for you? Let's have a chat, have a conversation, talk to each other. That would be really, really useful. And, I thank you again for being here. Thanks for your support. And tell a friend, as I said, about Mornings with 60andMe. And I have a question for you, just to start the conversation going, and I'll join in myself. It's just simply, what do you think are the secrets to finding meaning in your 60s? What do you think are the secrets to finding meaning in your 60s? Leave your comments below. We'll have a chat, conversation, and have a wonderful day, everyone. And I look forward to seeing you all back here tomorrow on Mornings with 60andMe. Take care. Bye-bye for now.